evening, and welcome to Sporlitiks, where sports and politics mix and mingle. I'm Stacy Johnson. Joining me tonight is Keith, the constitutional conservative, Stephen, the independent thinker, Aguna, the voice of reason, who's running a little late, and his best buddy, Todd, my cousin, who's running a little late too. I'm going to let you all get them later. But first up, we've got a jam-packed show for you tonight. The United States braces for a government shutdown as the midnight deadline approaches, and the stock market braces for a long shutdown. Stephen in NASCAR playoffs, he'll talk about the big crash that happened, the Comey indictment, the NFL, a change of culture at the Department of War was talked about today as the cabinet secretary met with the heads of the military to DC to discuss his new 10 directives. Political conservatives complain about the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show. Artist Bad Bunny will tell you what they had to say. And New York City mayoral candidate and mayor Eric Adams drops out of the mayoral race and is rumored, allegedly, to be going to work for guess who? Ryder Cup crowd's response to Donald Trump. Jimmy Kimmel defends free speech as he returns to late night television from suspension, and more if we can fit it in. First up, we will talk about NASCAR. And Stephen, I do have a clip for you.
Good. All right.
All right. So let me go and share my screen. Here we go.
Smith on his side and over. And there we go. That's a good sign. Zane Smith out of the car, communicating with the AMR safety team. And here's how it went down.
We're under red flag because of this wreck. 42. Sean Hunter Nemechek just drives into the left rear quarter panel with Zane. Zane climbs the wall, gets on the left side, and just all the way around. Not sure I've ever seen that before, Steve.
This will be wild.
Things happen so quickly when they first happen, but this takes forever when you're in that car. This part.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
What happened there?
Well, they got in an accident, and I've never seen anybody ride upside the wall before. That's really weird. I mean, racing's been around for, I don't know, what, 60 years? More than 60 years? Yeah, more than 60 years. Oh, that was crazy. I've never seen that. Nobody ever. And this is what makes racing so much fun, is because you never know what you're going to get. It's always like a box of chocolates, and that's a 1.5 mile track that I call a cookie cutter, and you can basically cut out who is going to win the race. But there's always going to be a lot of action at any track, you know, that you have. These cars going so fast. They're all trying to win. This is the playoffs. People are inadvertently or purposefully trying to wreck people, get around them, stuff like that. But this is a time when I've told you last week before, it's only a few races left. But if you ever want to watch a NASCAR race, it's like any other playoffs. You watch football playoffs, you might not, basketball, whatever. Just watch NASCAR playoffs, because everything is just on times 10, and it's do or die, and lot of fun. We got Charlotte coming up this week, which is another 1.5 mile track. That track's been around for 65 years. Like I said, the same guys. Like you got Elliott that won this past race. You got a Hamlin, Bell, Larson. Basically, what you're going to have, because they're really, really great at these tracks, but anything can happen at any time. So if you get a little bit of time, it's on Sunday, probably, I don't know, I'm going to say around 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, probably around there. So check it out. If you like it, you might become a fan.
All right. So let's go right into just the NFL, but I want to go into your team, not our team, because I'm going to wait for Aguna before I go into our team. You know that. So let me, I mean, our team is America's team, which is the Super Bowl champions.
Oh, I thought you were an Eagle fan. I thought you were an Eagle fan.
The Eagles are America's team.
Oh, no, that's the Cowboys.
No, it's not.
No, that hadn't been changed.
No, it's not.
You can't change the name. This ain't Aunt Jemima. You can't change the name like that. That America's team's been Dallas Cowboys for a long time. You can't just take it over because your team's hot right now. No, you don't get that. You don't get that in States. I'm sorry. Y'all are the best team right now. Y'all can be hard to beat, but y'all ain't America's team.
Well, Michael, what a difference a week makes. You go from 0 points to 34 and a win. What changed?
Man, I just feel like the guys, we came ready. We took this week, and we went about it the right way. And I feel like, sometimes whenever you have those tough losses, it either builds you or break you. And for us, it built us. And I've seen the guys each and every day throughout this week, work extremely hard so that we can come out here and be successful.
You mentioned the guys. A lot of people had opinions about you, the offense, the staff, all those things. What's this response say about the mindset of this group?
It's football, man. I'm human. We all human. We all can't be perfect all the time, but we try. And but as long as we continue to stay focused, I keep my faith and my trust in God each and every day, because I know that He drives me. He's what drives me. He's my motivation, and I couldn't do it without Him. But for the rest of the guys as well, the guys we didn't take it. Obviously, the loss was tough last week, but it was about how we responded, and we knew that what it was going to be about, and we responded well today.
It's a short career, but a career-high passing yards. Bijan's been doing his thing all season. He got Drake going big in this game. Yeah. How important was that?
It's big time, man. Obviously, him being one of the best guys on the field, we got to find ways to get him the ball, and we did that today. And I know whenever I give him an opportunity, he's going to make big-time plays, and that's what we were missing, but we were able to do it today, and we'll do it for the rest of the season.
Michael, congrats. Enjoy that bye week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, so that was the Atlanta Falcons against the Washington Commanders, which actually is whose team? They're definitely not America's team, but whose team are they?
Nasty Nas.
Well, Nasty Nas's team the week before lost 0 to what? I mean, who they play, and they scored 0 points. So I guess
what was it? Cleveland.
I don't know. Let me.
It was Cleveland.
Okay, was it?
Yeah.
I can't believe. And Cleveland, Falcons schedule. Cleveland. I mean, come on. You might as well play the Cowgirls.
They almost won against Green Bay.
They play well. Anyway, talk about how your team did and why they didn't win, Stephen.
I told my best friend, I said, don't bet on the Redskins this week. They're on the road. They don't have their number one quarterback, who is the hope of the whole team. They don't have him. They got a decent backup, Marcus Mariota, but decent. He's not him. He's not the man. We have our number one receivers out. You can't take them. So my best friend, he took Atlanta. He's a Redskin fan as well. But you know what I did? I and a whole lot of other people took the Redskins. and I lost. But I've learned, I was like, why don't I even listen to myself? That's how you lose in this world. You don't listen to yourself, you're gonna lose. So I said, hey, and you tell people, but you don't take it yourself. So that was a little disappointing. We got a tough game this week. Every game can be tough, but we're getting a quarterback back, which is really good. We're going to the Chargers. Forget about it. There's no way. Chargers just came off a really bad loss. They should bounce back because we have to go to LA to play them. So that's going to be kind of it's going to be I don't know, maybe a close game, but it's good to get Jalen back. But it's a hard year right now. With the injuries hurt everybody, and until you're bitten by that bug, you're going to be doing good. But there's a lot of teams that are hurting right now. A lot of teams. Injuries have just added up completely.
Right.
The guy Hill from Miami, he's out, and who's the other guy? The other big time guy, Neighbors for the Giants. He's out. I mean, everybody's falling out. But Giants just got a great played their great quarterback that everybody knew that was great. He won the game last night, helped him win the game. So it was awesome. He was really good.
Which you talking about? Sierra's husband, Russell Wilson?
No, they set him down, and a guy named Dart came in. He's a rookie, and he's a phenom.
That's terrible. Why did they sit that veteran Russell Wilson down and put a rookie in there, and then you say he played such a great game? That's horrible.
Oh, he did play a great game, and he's so much better. And they put Russell in that veteran. They put him in a veterans hospital so he could rehab, because he don't need to be playing any more football. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. So they had to sit him down. But this guy Dart, he's great. But they lost that Neighbors. Neighbors is a top 5 receiver. That's really hard for this team. That's really hard. But still, they got a great one out there. Really nice. So they're with us. You know, the Giants. Hey, the Cowboys didn't play bad. They had a tie. It was 40-40 against Green Bay, and Green Bay is a top 5 team. So all of us are in contention. And I wouldn't say anybody is over anybody. I know the Eagles are slightly over, but they just know how to win. They don't have anything impressive that they do. They're just consistent, and they just play just hard ball.
And it's just like their coach said, they are a resilient team.
Yeah.
They know how to push when they're down, they come back, and that's what makes them dangerous.
You think Brown is going to bounce back and just be great, right? He's just kind of easing into it, and he's going to be okay, right?
Who?
Brown.
Oh, Brown who? Who are you talking about?
And your receiver, AJ Brown.
AJ Brown. AJ Brown is bringing a little drama, unnecessary drama to the team. I don't understand why he's doing that by posting cryptic messages on his social media pages that imply there's some discontent going on in the offensive coaching area.
Right.
That's good team. You know, that helps break a team down. You know, that feels to me kind of T.O.-ish. Remember when T.O. was the Philadelphia Eagles, and he was doing stuff like that, talking about different coaches and different players. It's a little drama filled. AJ Brown is a talented player. Did you see him that last game? He is unbelievable runner, catcher, multi-talented player, athlete. Just unbelievable. Yes, he just is.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
He's had 3 out of 4 bad games, but he's had 1 really good game. And I just think he's going to tighten up through the year. They're going to have to, you know, because they're going to be competing against other teams, you know, that have good offenses. So they're going to have to get him. Maybe he's upset. Also, he just needs to be more involved. That's all of the wide receivers are like that in the NFL. They're like the number 1 wide receiver. They are total divas. They always have been. Some of them are a little more or less dramatic than others, but they always want the ball. They always want it to get to them more than it does. And it's understandable because they feel like they're the star, they're the best receiver on the team, and they want to be able to help the team too. I don't think it's really selfish. It's just they know what's best for the team, and they want the ball more often. So, but you can't do it. You can't just split it between 2 defenders all the time. You got to spread the ball around. So, but they are. That's where they are. I like him. I think he's going to be fine. I put him in the top 10 of receivers right now, but he just needs to get a little more consistent right now.
He's excellent. So we were saying, how did Nasty Nas's team do last week? Who did they play? If you look at it, they scored 0 points against the Panthers.
Oh, that's right.
Last Sunday, September 21st, they scored 0 points against the Panthers.
I was conflating something.
Yes. So, like I said, I don't really want to talk about football. My Philadelphia Eagles team until Aguna comes. So I want to move on. Cousin Todd is here. He's late as usual. I wanted the
Until
whole audience to
Aguna
know how
comes.
late he is.
What does this mean until Aguna comes? I was on before, but what are you waiting for Aguna for? He may never show up.
He said he's coming on and he has to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, the championship team. But
I don't trust Aguna. Aguna may be a spy.
For who?
Cash Patel.
All right, so let me play. I'm going to go on to still stay
That
in
was a
sports.
joke, by the way.
Yeah, nobody got it. I'm
Okay.
still going to stay in sports, and I'm going to play a little bit of President Trump and him attending the writers.
Wait, you're not going to do any more sports?
Yes, when Aguna comes. I told you. I just said I'm saving it for Aguna.
Well, there's other sports besides Aguna's ghetto football and basketball. But never mind. It's fine. I'll just let you go be ghetto.
Underway on Long Island, America's best and the UK's best golfers going head to head with pride on the line.
And there's no shortage of star power at Bethpage Black, including President Trump, who arrived just a short time ago.
Eyewitness News reporter Jamie Roth live for us in Bethpage with all the excitement. Jamie.
Lauren, the excitement indeed. In fact, we are standing in this parking lot because the president just arrived. And when he gets off Air Force One and hits the road, traffic around him comes to a standstill. So we're here. We're going to board one of these shuttle buses behind me and head to Bethpage Black, where the president will be seated in the grandstand along with Nassau County Executive Bruce Blakeman. The Ryder Cup is a very big deal for Nassau County. It's expected to bring in $160 million and create 1,000 jobs. The event happens every 2 years. It's never been played on Long Island. The question is, how will the American team do? And this morning, they were off to a bit of a rough start. They lost 3 matches out of 4. And in fact, the president joked that he would be something of a good luck charm for him. So we will see if that holds true. We're going to hop on one of these shuttle buses now, and we'll be there, and we'll bring you more tonight. We are live in Farmingdale. Jamie Roth, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Okay, so I'll stop sharing that.
That was good, Todd. That wasn't ghetto like the other sports you said.
Who cares what Todd doesn't know the difference between a hockey cup, a hockey puck.
A hockey cup? Wait a minute. What are you saying?
You don't know the difference between a hockey cup, a Ryder's cup, or a hockey puck.
Oh, you're rhyming. You people are good at that rhyming. America first.
Todd doesn't know about it. So, Ryder Cup. Do you know what President Trump said, Todd?
Yeah, he said he thinks the Devils are going to win the Super Bowl this year. America first.
He thinks that's funny. Yes, Stephen.
What are you talking
No,
about?
I was saying America first. I was just.
Oh,
I don't hear him say that much. So when he does, I want to give him some love. America first. You're right, Todd. Keep spreading the good word.
So let me share the screen. The Ryder Cup winner was Team Europe. So the president, unfortunately, was not a good luck charm for the American golfers. Like
he usually is.
All right.
Probably rigged.
Probably rigged. What did he say? Oh my gosh, he's a conspiracy theorist. He should be investigated.
All righty. Corny. That didn't work. I am going to move on.
I don't know what you.
Didn't you have a great sound? I got new sound effects. I was trying my new
Oh,
sound.
I like that. I thought that was cool. I was like,
Okay.
what? I clicked back on, and all of a sudden that went on like that. That'd be cool if it happened every time.
Yes. So let me move on. And we have a lot of clips tonight. Let me show you what our conservative folks are saying about the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show.
Way of making it very official that Puerto Rican superstar Bad Bunny will headline the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. That move has drawn the ire, though, of some conservatives online. Many are attacking Bad Bunny over his criticism of ICE and President Trump, as well as most of his songs not being performed in English. We're going to get some clarification on that, as well as other pop culture and political fault lines that have erupted over this with CBS News political analyst and Republican strategist Leslie Sanchez, who has spent most of her career navigating the Latino Republican coalition lines and formations. And you have a lot of insight here. So I want to know, how important is it, A, for Bad Bunny to get this?
Yeah.
And what do you make of the reaction to it online from some in the MAGA world?
Well, I think we have to look at the fact that the NFL didn't book Bad Bunny for its heritage.
What?
For the math and the growth, the chart, the market share. He is a global phenomenon. And it's something we talked about at CBSN 5 years ago. We pointed out the fact that this type of music, whether it was reggaeton or trap, was really seen as something that was growing in Latin America, in Mexico, in Spanish. And in the United States in 2016, there were 5 songs that were predominantly Spanish on the top 100. A year later, there were 19. And now if you look at the rise of that, there's this kind of consternation, I would say, certainly among my colleagues, my conservative colleagues on the right, who say, well, how can you have songs in Spanish dominating U.S. charts, American football? Why would that
people
even happen?
want. I mean, they're buying it. It's their choice.
It is a global rage. And if you think about the fact that the NFL is trying to expand internationally, and their second biggest market is Latin America, but now they're in Madrid for the first time. They're growing all over Europe. The third most streamed global artist in the world is Bad Bunny.
Right. And so how about the President Trump of it all, the ICE of it all, not having dates in the United States for fear that there could be ICE actions, enforcement or otherwise, doesn't have any concerts.
Yeah.
Or as Kamala in 2024. What about all that?
Okay, if we try to frame the NFL halftime show in a political narrative, it's going to make a lot of conservatives upset. He's not speaking English. They would say he was against the president. But have we put that type of test against any other performer for a halftime show, that entertaining show? If you go back, I mean, who would be Lee Greenwood, and Jason Aldean? I would love that if you want to appease the conservatives on the right. But if you're looking at global numbers, the NFL sees that and sees, who their audience is.
And very quickly, Bad Bunny might also have some other folks on stage. That's sort of been the trend line for the last 3 or 4 years. You're the headliner and you bring a bunch of other folks up there.
He was on stage in 2020 when J-Lo and Shakira performed in the halftime show. But when you're talking about language, I think the part people get, we cannot be so indignant on the right when we want to mirror that on the left and say that we can't just call things out because we don't like them. I think it's a bigger phenomenon that brings people together. And we got to look at the business of the NFL expansion and at our dominant sports industry versus just the language and the political choices of someone who's become just incredible.
And the Super Bowl is a melting pot of culture, sports, and commerce.
Thank gosh that we don't ask how they
Thank
vote.
God.
Okay, so let's
She
start
didn't say that. She said, gosh.
I said, thank gosh.
Oh.
So let's start with Keith, because you haven't said anything, Keith. Your thoughts on Bad Bunny
Performing at the Super Bowl.
At the I can talk, Todd. I can
okay. I thought
speak English. I was speaking Spanish. I was speaking English. Bad Bunny performing at the 2026 Super Bowl. He's got some nerve. He come on here 20 minutes late, and then he's going to run over
20 minutes
and tell me what to do.
Get
out of here. Boy, bye.
Well, I guess, I'm kind of, I have to admit, I'm a little bit curious now as to who the hell this guy is and what kind of music he plays. Because, is he better than Taylor Swift? I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but I thought she was the great goddess. And now we got this guy, dressing like a woman. But anyway, the
Dressing
point
like
is,
a woman. Why did
well,
you
yeah,
say that?
well, because I've seen videos where he was dressed in women's clothing. But anyway, I do want to. I'm kind of curious as to what kind of music he's playing. I mean, if he's all that good, I'm a Motown fan. I'm way back in the old days,
Yeah, but
so I want to hear what
Donald
this guy.
Trump, Donald Trump likes him.
Yeah, well, that's why I said I want to hear. I have never heard his music, even though if it's in Spanish, I still want to hear what the music sounds like. I love music, all kinds of music. So maybe it's good. Maybe he's that good. I don't know. But if he outperforms Taylor Swift and Beyonce and all those, you know, let's see let's hear it. Do you have
Okay.
a cut of that,
Yes,
Stacey? Do you have his
yes, I'm gonna
music?
play it right now.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute, Keith. Why do we have to watch it, Keith?
Oh,
Why would you want to watch it? Because I'm not going to watch it. Why would you want to watch it? I don't want to see it. I don't want to bring that into my eyeballs. Why would
okay.
anybody? If you're upset about it, just don't watch it. Don't worry about what anybody else does. Is what I say.
Okay,
I'm not going to watch it. I think
you can turn your camera off right now because I'm getting ready to play it.
Well, wait, you want to hear
all
what
right,
she wants
all
to
right.
say
Hey,
first.
hey, ring 3 times when it's over.
I've never
Don't you
heard it.
wanna-
Nah, not my type of.
Okay,
Nah.
well, let me just explain. Stacey didn't set this up. Who you were looking at was not Bad Bunny.
What?
Who was that?
That was Drake.
And Bad Bunny though.
Bad Bunny was way in the background. These people never saw Drake, Bad Bunny. So you can't use that video to show who Bad Bunny is. That was Drake. The one that was prominent was Drake.
Oh,
So
wow. Todd knows these guys, Steven.
I don't know
Okay.
these guys. But
I
I
don't.
know Bad Bunny.
I don't know them like that, but I know the difference. See, I don't know the difference between white people, but I do know the difference between colored people. And one
so
was
let me show a Bad Bunny now. I'm going to show Bad Bunny now. Just Bad Bunny by himself because Todd is having a field day. Bad Bunny by himself. So this is his Tiny Desk concert, NPR Tiny Desk concert, NPR Music.
Oh gosh.
Tiny Desk concert, and it's just Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny.
Otra Navidad en la que te pedí. Otra Navidad que no estás aquí. Feliz año nuevo, pero no tan feliz. Te dieron un beso a las 12 y no fui yo quien te lo di. Hace un año que yo estuve ahí. Hace un año que yo estuve ahí. Hace un año tu primer abrazo fue solo para mí. Me tenía en las nubes y como un rayo caí. Y ahora ni una.
Okay, that was Bad Bunny.
Yeah, he's bad. He's bad, all
Bunny
right.
is bad music.
He is bad.
Boring.
He's
That was
bad.
bad.
That man cannot sing. He
No.
cannot sing. He's a
Well, what's the
product.
excitement, Steven?
He's a
What's the
product.
But I
what's the
mean, but
He's
wait,
a
wait. So,
product.
Steve, let me ask you this, Stephen. This is a Super Bowl show.
Yep.
This
Yeah,
is
really.
not a one-on-one. This is a Super Bowl show. Last year, they had when the Philadelphia Eagles won, they had I forgot the artist, but and then he brought on different artists. So this is entertainment while the teams reset and try to win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Right, but to me, this person has no talent.
You didn't pay to go to this concert and see, a particular person. This is a Super Bowl talent.
Oh yeah,
So,
I understand. I just don't think he's worthy. I don't think he's worthy of singing at the Super Bowl. I don't think he's good. I think he's just a product of the environment of people who can no longer read the room. They think people still want to see people like this. The majority doesn't. The majority is tired of having it shoved down their throats. They could have had somebody that was of equal, find a middle ground that everybody could like. Just find somebody that everybody can relate to. No, why do you want to put out 70% of the people and have them not enjoy it? It doesn't make any sense. And you know what it is? And it's really what it is. It's what the sad thing is. It's corporations, it's billionaires, it's the movers and the shakers, and they're doing this for a distraction that we will talk about this or get upset about it or have to defend. You have to defend your side because they're laughing at us. All of them are laughing at us because that's how they keep us divided. That's why they didn't put a middle person, midway person. That's why they did that. Yep. Okay.
And Stephen, I think this is for the girls, you know, these young girls.
No. It's not for the girls. It's what it is. It's they want to get people upset. They want to keep you upset. If you're upset, that's how they keep in motion. That's how they keep their energy. If you're upset.
Thank you, Stephen. Cousin Todd, make your comment because I got to move on.
Okay, I don't understand what Stephen is talking about. What do you mean use somebody in the middle? What does that mean?
Stephen, don't ask him a question.
Just real quick, to have somebody that the majority of the country can agree that they like and they want to hear. Like a big superstar that everybody, like Madonna at her point, Prince. Everybody liked Prince. So we could all agree on Prince. 99%. That's what. Okay, go ahead, Todd.
Got it. Thanks. That was good. That was a good analogy. So Taylor Swift is that person now. And Taylor Swift doesn't like Donald Trump, and Donald Trump doesn't like Taylor Swift. Now, Donald Trump liked Bad Bunny. So what is the big deal? If Donald Trump likes him, why doesn't the rest of the mega crowd like him? Remember, he came to a rally for Donald Trump. And did you all know this?
Don't ask them questions. Don't ask them questions.
We don't care now.
So I don't know if you all know that he went to a mega rally and Donald Trump said, I have a supporter and you guys may know her. She's Bad Bunny. And she's really talented and she's gorgeous and yeah.
What do you mean she? See, I didn't
she
even like
because she wears a dress. You must identify her as a she. Bad Bunny's got to be a she because she wears a dress.
There you go.
The thing was, Donald
I
Trump
didn't even like the YMCA boys. You know, I wasn't. So I don't
Donald Trump, ma'am. Donald Trump didn't know.
If you would stop asking them to engage you when you ask them questions, and then when you don't want them to talk, they start talking. Stop asking Keith and Stephen questions. Just make your point.
So Keith and Stephen, back to what I was saying. Donald Trump didn't know who Bad Bunny was. And so Donald Trump thought Bad Bunny was a pretty lady and maybe he wanted to date her.
Oh, come on.
So
maybe he saw her in a picture with a dress on.
No,
that's why he thought it was a girl. That's an honest mistake.
You are fixated on gay people.
Well, I'm not. I'm really not.
And this is why you have this fascination with boys in dresses because you never got over Bruce Jenner, your first love, your great white hope, turning into a girl. So it
I think he wears pantsuits. He don't want dresses. He wears pantsuits like Hillary.
And it devastated your
Stephen's 100% male. He's 100% male.
Yeah, you would know.
Stephen's a mountain man.
That's right.
That's right.
Now's new details for us now on the charges. What can you tell us, David?
Yeah, so this coming from some sources that are involved in this. We're told that a false statement charge and an obstruction of justice charge. There were 3 that were brought before the grand jury, and the grand jury handed up an indictment on 2 of those. So this is relating to false statement and obstruction of justice. I want to say alleged false statement and alleged obstruction of justice. We don't know what this means as far as any sort of timeline is concerned. We've reached out to Mr. Comey's attorney, have not yet heard back. This is all breaking right now, waiting for some reaction, presumably from the Justice Department. It's interesting, Jillian, that President Trump was asked about this twice today in the Oval Office. And early, he said that he didn't like the former FBI Director Comey, and he said he has a right to be involved, but he lets them handle it, essentially meaning the Justice Department. Attorney General Pam Bondi said that she could not comment, and this was as the grand jury was still underway and still deliberating. So this was a deliberation that happened today in Alexandria in Northern Virginia, and this now has resulted in two charges here, obstruction and false statements. But we're waiting to get the actual paperwork to read the specific allegations, which I'm sure Professor Turley will want to look at too, to see where they're saying that those alleged false statements and obstruction was taking place, Jillian.
All right. Thank you for that, David.
Hey.
Okay. So let's start with Keith, then Stephen, then Cousin Todd on the indictment after President Trump said he didn't like Comey. Why would you go to indict James Comey and bring him up on federal charges?
Well, I guess for the same reason they tried to indict Trump and actually indicted Trump with 34 counts of false.
Don't ask questions.
Look, let me finish my statement. They false
But Stacey, you're
charges.
not making them be specific.
No,
He
I
said
don't
they
have to
charged
be
him.
specific. They can say what their comment is. Everyone else can judge whether or not they're specific, whether they're just talking out of their you know what, or whether or not they know what they're talking about. That's up
Thank
to
you,
them and
Stacey.
how they respond. I can't
Thank you.
make them give me the answer that I want.
Thank you, Stacey. Stacey asked me what I thought, my opinion on this. So I'm telling you, Comey, he is being indicted, for charges. Now, whether you think it is true or not, Trump was indicted for charges that they trumped up against him, which actually didn't amount to anything. So let's see what happens with Comey. Let's see if they amount to anything. So now he's going through the you reap what you sow, That's what the
No,
scripture
I
tells
don't
us.
see it like that, man. I don't think they're reaping what they sowed. I think they went after Donald Trump falsely. Everything that
Yes.
came after him has been proven to be false. So
Yes.
this is not going after him because Comey is innocent. We've had to look for something to charge him with because we didn't. He is guilty. He is 100% absolutely guilty. And
Guilty
it's
of what?
great that they finally charged somebody. We
Guilty
need a
of
lot
what?
more of this. They need to go after these people who are absolutely guilty. If you don't think
Guilty
Comey's
of
guilty, then you're either lying to yourself, you're just
Guilty
on
of
one
what?
side, or you're too stupid to know what actually is going on in the entire
Guilty of
world.
what?
Of course, Comey is absolutely guilty.
Guilty of
Absolutely
what?
guilty. He
Guilty of
lied.
what?
He lied to Congress, first of all. That's a felony. Don't need any more than that. Comey is guilty. He is guilty. All you have to do is watch 5 seconds of him say one
Fox
thing and then
News.
5 seconds of him saying another thing. That's all you need. So it's nothing for us to debate here. He is guilty as charged. Donald Trump, all of them charges against him were fraudulent. They've been proven to be fraudulent. And the only reason they did it was because it was lawfare. They went after him because they didn't want him to be president. They knew they couldn't beat him. They knew they couldn't steal this election. So they did what they had to do. And everybody on this show knows it. So stop pretending. We're tired of it. We're not going to play your game. If you're going to wear a dress and you want to be named Georgia, we're not going to call you Georgia.
See news by phone, doubling
Pete,
down on
Pete Hesseth. Sorry.
FBI Director Christopher Wray. The president accusing Wray of lying and alleging he secretly placed hundreds of FBI agents into the crowd before and during the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, saying, "I think Christopher Wray did a terrible job. We just found out about it. Over 200 people being embedded into that situation. It looks like real agitation. It's a terrible thing that something like that could happen. It was a setup, my opinion. It was a setup and the FBI was involved." And when questioned about whether the DOJ should launch an investigation, the president saying, "I would certainly imagine, I would think they are doing that." Wray has not publicly responded to the allegations, but President Trump's new comments coming after FBI Director Kash Patel partly contradicted the president's claims. Patel telling Fox News agents were sent into a crowd control mission after the riot was declared by Metro Police and calling that decision a failure. But tonight, a senior former FBI official with knowledge of the Bureau's actions that day called President Trump and Patel's claims untrue and said no FBI agents were embedded or assigned to crowd control that day. A DOJ Inspector General report last year found no undercover FBI employees were at the protest or at the Capitol. This all happening days after Wray's predecessor, James Comey, was indicted on charges of obstruction and lying to Congress, charges he denies. Vice President J.D. Vance says more prosecutions are on the way.
Well, there's certainly going to be more indictments coming over the next 3.5 years of the Trump administration.
The FBI's former deputy director saying the president's goal is clear.
His intention is vengeance. And that is what he's going after. I don't think there's anything that'll stop.
Yamiche is joining us now from.
All right.
Boo.
Cousin Todd, and then Aguna on the James Comey indictment and possibly Christopher Wray's indictment.
Well, James Comey, first of all, I don't know if Stephen or Keith know the reason why he's being indicted. He's being indicted because of Hillary Clinton, not because of anything he did to Trump.
You're right. He didn't do nothing to Trump.
So Trump is outraged that he would do Hillary Clinton so bad. So he's going to go after him. And so that's the reason he's bringing charges against him, because what Comey did was he said Hillary Clinton was being investigated 2 weeks before an election, but he did not say Trump was also being investigated.
What?
And he was. So I find that odd that
oh my God.
He did not tell that Trump was being investigated, but he did tell Hillary Clinton was being investigated 2 weeks before an election. It is unheard of. So this is why the Democrats really don't care what happens to him, whether Trump sicks his flunkies on him or not, because the Democrats, even he himself, Comey, said, my wife and daughter are mad at me. I know these are all facts, so I don't expect you to understand any of them.
You're on another planet. You're in Uranus.
I know. You're a Trump supporter.
Thank you, Todd. My God, get some help.
Any facts? Only
72 hours. Somebody
theories.
do a damn check on this man.
Only conspiracy theories.
Oh my gosh.
You want to comment on this at all, Laguna?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see where it goes, but the fact that they indicted Comey for lying for Congress about a leak
after the fact, and it was after the fact,
and it's like it was 4 years ago, so it was like, this is one of those things where it's going to be a lot of wasted tax dollars because it's not going to get through court or anything.
They weren't in power. They couldn't have done it when they weren't in power. They have to do it when they're in power.
It doesn't matter who's in power.
Yeah, it does matter. They couldn't have gone after him when they weren't in power.
You can indict anyone you want to. It's going to go into
not when you don't have.
Steven,
it's going to get dismissed.
We let you talk. You can't talk over.
Jesus. See, this is the problem. You're bringing indictments, meaning there's criminality to what he said. He lied to Congress purposefully, right? But then you have the president commenting about the investigation outside of that, which may influence a grand jury, which you saw when they brought these charges. Again, their own DOJ didn't bring the charges because they didn't think there was enough there. In fact, like one of the 3 charges they brought against Comey was dismissed. So they went ahead.
This is a Trump-appointed lawyer who did not bring charges.
The 2 charges that they brought forward, which they brought against Comey, I mean, most legal scholars will tell you there's not a lot of there. I mean, again, they're trying to add context to him lying to Congress, meaning that he lied to Congress about ordering a leak, right? So you got to prove without a reasonable doubt that he ordered a leak and knew about it and lied to Congress about it. And if you go back and read the tapes, it's like, it's a gray area there. And again, you're going to take this forward to the Supreme Court. It's going to be a lot of tax dollars involved with this whole legal motioning around.
They don't care anything about money.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to get dismissed. He's not going to be convicted.
He lied to Congress. It's a felony. They have him dead to rights.
He didn't.
I don't know anything else you're talking about. Both of you doesn't matter. He lied to Congress. You go to jail when you do that.
You can say
this is precedent. When you lie to Congress, you go to prison. They don't. Anything you're saying is jibber jabber. Stacey, we're wasting their time. They're chasing their little tail, trying to say anything, but they have nothing to say. It's over, Johnny. It's over. Smoke him if you got him, Johnny.
What happens?
Appearance.
Again, you're going off emotion. The fact is, it's going to get.
No, I'm not. I'm going off of facts.
So can every
10
member
seconds
of our
to prove you wrong.
You're being a moron.
Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations or really any formation and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a 4-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is no PT test. But today, at my direction, every member of the Joint Force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year. as well as meet height and weight requirements twice a year, every year of service. Also today, at my direction, every warrior across our joint force is required to do PT every duty day. Should be common sense. I mean, most units do that already, but we're codifying it. And we're not talking like hot yoga and stretching. Real hard PT, either as a unit or as an individual. At every level, from the Joint Chiefs to everyone in this room to the youngest private, leaders set the standard. And so many of you do this already. Active, Guard, and Reserve.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated.
Okay, before I want to play this one before I bring you in for comments.
We love peace for our fellow citizens. They deserve peace, and they rightfully expect us to deliver it. Our number one job, of course, is to be strong so that we can prevent war in the first place. The president talks about it all the time. It's called peace through strength. And as history teaches us, the only people who actually deserve peace are those who are willing to wage war to defend it. That's why pacifism is so naive and dangerous. It ignores human nature and it ignores human history. Either you protect your people and your sovereignty, or you will be subservient to something or someone. It's a truth as old as time. And since waging war is so costly in blood and treasure, we owe our republic a military that will win any war we choose, or any war that is thrust upon us. Should our enemies choose foolishly to challenge us, they will be crushed by the violence, precision, and ferocity of the War Department. In other words, to our enemies, F-A-F-O. If necessary, our troops can translate that for you. Another way to put it is peace through strength, brought to you by the warrior ethos. And we are restoring both.
Okay, starting with Stephen, and we got to move quick because we're out of time.
Before you start with Stephen, what does that mean?
We're going to talk about it, Todd.
You don't know what that means, Todd, really?
So wait a minute. So Stephen, we're going to start with you then.
Yes,
Keith,
you do.
then cousin Todd. My question would be, in the Department of War, you saw two videos. One video said there's a height and weight requirement. They don't want fat generals, and it should be from the leaders down. So does that apply to President Trump? And then number two, F-O-F-A means what and why?
F-A-F-O.
F-A-F-O. And why bring all of the senior military leaders away from their posts for him to tell them that? He could have told them that. He could have done the same video and it could have been simulcast. They could have watched it on Zoom. He could have sent them an email memo. They probably would have got it sooner. But to have all of them and their required staff come from all over the world for that, was that a waste of time?
And money. How much did that cost, too?
Hey, Stacey, you were coming to me, and then you said a lot of the stuff I was getting ready to say myself. There's no way they should have had them all together. Another reason they should have them all together is, what if somebody decides that they found out and they could just wipe them all out? You know, that's not very smart. Like you said, they could Zoom it. And you know what, this is not for public consumption. And I know he's trying to, I don't get it. I don't get the Department of War. It's a Department of Defense. I think it should be as Department of Defense, not Department of War. We don't want war. We want to defend ourselves. I don't understand that some of the things they're doing. I understand we're trying to be more macho, but sometimes you can swing a little hard the other way. And I think that's what we're doing. Granted, we were so far the other way. We didn't even have any, but like 18% men in this country. It swung so bad. So I understand that. But it's it's not. And I said my dad was the same way. My dad always made sure everybody was in shape and all that. And that's what you want to do. You want to be in shape. You want to be. But that's what they do. That's what they go to do. That's why they have their trainings. That's what they do. And that's what they from the top down. Yeah, let's make it all better for everybody. We don't need that consumption. That's not for us. And I'm not really not impressed with it. I don't think it's cool. But I see some of the points that he was making, and some of it's cool. We got to warn other people. We don't have to warn anybody. We got the best military in the world. We don't have to say, come mess with us, and we're going to put a boot in your butt.
Thank you, Stephen. Keith?
Well, I
Same
think it's good. I think it's good because,
You know
it
what my
shows-
questions were?
Yeah.
What were my questions?
You asked, you said one was the, why did they bring them all together or something like that?
Right.
Yeah, bring them all together. And then the,
Hey, Keith, wait a minute. I
whether
forgot
you
one.
think it was a good-
FAFO is F around and find out.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Oh.
So that I
we
didn't know
don't know. No, we didn't. I didn't.
Oh, I didn't know y'all didn't know that.
No, I
Well,
didn't.
don't ever FA.
Okay. So anyway, I think it's a good idea. They brought them together. I think it's to boost the morale of the military personnel because they've been so dumbed down and sissified over the years. They've been they've been feminized. So now they're trying to bring masculinity back in,
Feminized?
and
What
they're
do you mean
letting
by
the
that?
hold
Don't
on, Todd,
answer
hold
that.
on. You'll
Don't
have your
answer that,
chance.
Keith.
You'll have your chance. And then, so they're trying to bring back the masculinity that our military is known for. The era of Captain America is still here. I love it.
Okay.
You mean
America.
that
So
white boys?
My questions? Did you
I
answer the questions,
have
Keith?
a regime of working out myself. I mean, here I am, 69 years old, and I do training. I do training the kind of training that I was doing when I was in my 40s. So I train, I stay in shape.
Okay,
Why
thank you,
shouldn't
Keith.
a military do that?
Okay.
And they should let people know about it. I love it. I'm encouraged.
Una.
And first, let me tell you something, Keith. I know we get on this show and debate a lot, but don't come on here insulting the men and women of the military. You had people in that room that dedicated their lives to protecting loudmouths like you on this show. And so to say that they're feminized or to diminish their service like that, I think that's beyond repair. Okay. So at the end of the day, I get what the secretary was doing. He was bringing the troops together. I think it was a waste of money to bring everybody. You don't have to say some of the things he said in that room
Publicly.
because a lot of those folks who, in order to get promoted, had to pass exactly the things that he was reiterating. Those folks groomed. I know generals. I know general officers. I know they're not a bunch of, I've been in the Pentagon. They're not a bunch of fat generals just sitting around doing nothing. A lot of those folks have done a lot to get to where they are. So I get there's the flip side of this is that you're pulling them out from their post to come and do something that could have been done in a Zoom call. But I get what he was doing. He was trying, to your point, he was trying to rally the troops to a certain degree, but he didn't have to state the obvious, which were some of the requirements that had to be there to begin. And he did add a political spin to this because there are people that, for whatever reason, there's a perception out there that a lot of the folks that he mentioned male standards, right? Male standards for combat. And most people in the military will tell you standards are the standards. No matter what you are, you need to meet the standards. So there's this perception that they're somehow lowering certain standards in combat because you're a female or because you're a minority and things like that. And that's where you're actually diminishing the morale of the military. Because again, the diversity of the military is its strength because you're able to adapt.
I gotta cut you off. I'm sorry.
They do have different standards for men and women.
Just finish my point. You are able to adapt to multiple realms of combat. Again, in World War II, you were fighting in multiple theaters around the world at the same time. In order to do that, you had to be a very diverse and adaptable fighting force. That being said, the FO and find out the cheerleading stuff, again, you had a lot of general officers. It wasn't in front of like the troops. I mean, I would like for him to do that more so in front of the enlisted folks. Because again, there are a lot of things we can celebrate from a military perspective. Enlistment is up. There is some modernization things that are going on, but to have the general officers in there, those are the people that had dedicated their lives to get to that level. I
20,
think that
30, 40, 50 years.
Yeah, it was below them. It was below them. They didn't need to be there.
I gotta move on because we don't have much time. Cousin Todd.
Okay, I'll make mine short. And
Thank you.
Aguna, you just contradicted yourself when you said, I understand why he was doing that. No, all he did was
I do
insult those
understand.
people.
I understand
Wait.
why. That doesn't mean I agree.
Wait, you understand what? That he would bring generals in
Don't
there?
ask him a question. Make your point. We're out of
I
time.
understand what he was attempting to do. I don't think he did it though.
Right.
To bring, they just agreed.
Sometimes when you're in a job that you're not fully qualified for, you try to compensate by having these type of things, right? Because
not with people on these upper levels. That would
Well,
said,
Heck
but
Steph, you look at his
private.
career. A lot of those people in that room he used to report to. So he
It was like a
trying to
little, like a
my
little
vision
tiny guy buying a great big pickup truck. It was like trying to overcompensate a little bit. They tried too hard.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got
so I get that's what he's trying to do because he has to try to exert himself on. It's a chain of command thing, and he kind of jumped the line by being where he is, right? So he's saying, "Hey, this is my vision. This is what I'm trying to do. This is."
I still think he's competent. I still think he's doing a good job. I just think this was a bit of a faux pas.
Out of everybody in the room, he was the most unqualified.
I don't know, man.
Of course, you don't know that.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's that qualified or not. I don't know how qualified you have to be.
Qualified.
Maybe you just have to breathe.
These
very subjective.
Anyway,
it's very subjective.
It looks silly.
That's right, again.
It's
okay.
It's very subjective.
I got to move on. Congressional
Again,
shutdown.
he was appointed, so
Right.
qualified. Being appointed, that can
Yeah, but
anybody.
he was the least qualified in the room. Any intelligent person knows that.
It's
He
subjective.
spent 4 years in the military, and that's it. As a buck private.
No, he was not. Be quiet. He's a combat soldier. Don't you ever put a combat soldier down like that, or any soldier, like a Guna.
Okay, thank you. I've got to move on. We're out of time.
Like
Keith
a Guna
just
went after
put those
Keith.
soldiers down, and you didn't.
It is official. White House orders federal agencies to shut down.
Oh, that's a drag.
That was Politico.com by article by Michael Stratford at 8:23 p.m. It's 8:58 p.m. Just a few moments ago today, September 30th. Let me share my stop sharing that and share my other screen. And we'll talk about real quickly, because we still have our roundtable. How did we get to a government shutdown?
Trump wanted it.
Sharing content like this leads me to believe he's not terribly worried about this so-called crisis. But why is this even happening? If the Republicans of both houses, why are they not getting their legislation through?
Mm-hmm.
The main issue, the wedge here, is in the Senate. To avoid a filibuster or bring an end to a filibuster and invoke cloture, they need 60 votes, and they don't have that much of a majority. So that means they need 7 or 8 Democrats or independents that are aligned with Democrats to come over to the side. And that's, I'm sure, the horse trading and jockeying is happening behind the scenes. But I think, to your point, that the calculation the Democrats are making, because they have nothing right now. They have neither chamber, they don't have the Supreme Court, they don't have the White House. This is one thing they have that they can try to throw a monkey wrench into this. And they would only do that if they think it helps them electorally. And maybe they're miscalculating. I hope that they are, because videos like this one only shows that they're sort of like running a clown show. And I don't think it's planned well with the American public, but we shall see.
No, but I'm sure the Democrats will get a very cushy run from the media. They will paint this as just another symptom of the Trump administration being in crisis. They did that throughout the first term. This was just this constant rolling crisis that.
Okay, I'm going to stop there, and let's see if we can find the video I thought I had to show. I thought I had that video showing in the meantime, you can make your point. Now, let me show, while I get that video, let Guna make his point about the Department of War. While I get that video, I thought I had it was quicker than that.
It was me talking, not Aguna, but whatever.
Okay, well, go ahead, Cousin Todd, and stop asking them questions.
I was just going to say, it should have been a meeting with the lower level people, because all he did was insult those people in the room, saying things like, tattletales. We're not going to listen to tattletales, and we're going to go back to hazing. Yeah, that means putting your hands on it. And all these stupid white boy frat house kinds of silly. And like I said, the most illegitimate in the room. So these guys are looking at him like, you idiot. You spent 4 years in the military and that's it. You have no business with this job. And it showed.
Nobody said anything about bringing back hazing. Where did you get that from, Todd?
He actually did.
He said he wants to bring back hazing?
He didn't say those words, but he said that, we were going to get rid of the political correctness and putting your hands on recruits in order to harden them.
It's okay.
But that's not hazing.
Oh my gosh. Never mind.
That's just old school. That's just old school military. That's not really hazing. So I knew he didn't say anything about hazing. That's why I asked the question.
It was found to be illegal. You don't put your hands on anybody.
Hey, when my dad was in, sometimes you got to put your hands on people. And you know what it does? It makes them tough.
Let me just finish this out.
Do you put hands on people when you box?
Shut up. My uncle was in the military, and he had to tell, because he's talking about tattletales, and he's sick of tattletales. He had to tell that he was being discriminated against. See, this was right after segregation came in the military. Well, that doesn't mean all white people like it. And so, unfortunately for his superiors, my uncle knew how to read and write. And so this is what he had to do. Chain of command, he skipped over that because you get nowhere. Anyway, what he did was say to people that tell, that means women, women who've been raped and they tell. He doesn't like tattletales. But I would figure he wouldn't, because he allegedly took advantage of a woman in a hotel room.
Who are you talking about?
Pete Hegseth.
Okay. Thank you.
That's why I called him the Hotel Maven.
It's 9:03 already. We're already over time. Let me play this video. And this is the video that Donald Trump put out. It's AI, so it's not a true video, but
can you imagine how bigoted
humor felt they did not like it.
Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bull. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters.
Only 4 hours after President Trump met with Democratic congressional leaders at the White House to discuss the looming government shutdown, the commander-in-chief posted an AI-generated video on Truth Social, which mocks Senator Chuck Schumer and Rep. Hakeem Jeffries. The faux footage shows Jeffries depicted with a mustache and sombrero, standing stone-faced next to Schumer, who, in a fake voice, argues in favor of giving illegal aliens free health care as part of an effort to court new voters for the Democratic Party, all while a traditional Mexican folk song plays in the background.
And if we give all these illegal aliens free health care, we might be able to get them on our side so they can vote for us. They can't even speak English, so they won't realize we're just a bunch of woke pieces of at least for a while, until they learn English and they realize they hate us too.
Schumer and Jeffries were livid over the AI post. If you think your shutdown is a joke, it just proves what we all know. You can't negotiate. You can only throw tantrums.
Could you give us your reaction to that Trump posted video tonight?
It's a disgusting video, and we're going to continue to make clear bigotry will get you nowhere. We are fighting to protect the health care of the American people in the face of an unprecedented Republican assault.
Trump said very large differences remain over cuts to various healthcare programs, with Republicans accusing Democrats of wanting to provide migrants access to government-subsidized healthcare programs. Democrats have denied the claim, arguing they will not support any stopgap measure that does not extend Obamacare tax credits, which are set to expire at the end of the year, and reverse Medicaid cuts Republicans enacted in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act.
I think for the first time, the president heard our objections and heard why we needed a bipartisan bill. Their bill has not one iota of Democratic input. That is never how we've done this before.
But Vice President J.D. Vance was quick to place the blame on Democrats for the looming shutdown.
We have disagreements about tax policy, but you don't shut the government down. We have disagreements about healthcare policy, but you don't shut the government down. You don't use your policy disagreements as leverage to not pay our troops, to not have essential services of government actually function. You don't say the fact that you disagree about a particular tax provision is an excuse for shutting down the people's government and all the essential services that come along with it. But let's do it in the context of an open government that's providing essential services to the American people. That's all that we're proposing to do. And the fact that they refuse to do that shows how unreasonable their position is. I think we're headed to a shutdown because the Democrats won't do the right thing.
Lawmakers face an 11:59 p.m. Tuesday deadline to pass legislation to keep the government funded. If no bill is passed, all non-essential government operations will cease for the first time since the 35-day shutdown in late December 2018 and early January 2019.
Okay, it looks like we're headed towards a shutdown. Let me share this screen, then we'll do our roundtable. But this is going to be quick. So,
What do you expect if the federal government does shut down at midnight tonight? These kinds of things happen when Congress and the president cannot come up with a deal on how to spend the government's money. They are not agreeing on how to do that right now. For starters, you're not going to notice really a whole lot unless you're a federal employee. Federal employees mostly will have furloughs. They'll be cut temporarily to try to save some money. If you're a member of the military, paychecks.
Did you hear that?
That's right. I heard it.
Yeah. Thanks, Democrat.
You know, because obviously, you want me to go, Stacey?
I'm sorry. I thought you could see that. I don't know what happened to my screen. It wasn't sharing. Let me share it again. Sorry.
No, the last thing we heard was, okay, here we are.
Yeah, I don't know why that stopped.
TSA workers started calling out sick in mass numbers, so there were some slowdowns in our nation's airports. As of this taping, there are no new plans to get back to the negotiating table, so this shutdown seems inevitable. The question is, how long will it last? What kind of damage or pain will the American people feel in the meantime? Obviously, something will be following. What can you expect if the federal government does?
Okay, thank you. Well, this is our roundtable because we're out of time. It is 9:08 p.m. We have gone over. We hate to go over. We're going to do different things on our roundtable. Stephen wanted to discuss Charlie Kirk in his roundtable. Keith, I don't know who you wanted to discuss, Aguna and Cousin Todd. I think Cousin Todd, you want to talk about, I'll let you all talk about whatever you choose to in your.
Well, you said you wanted to talk about the Puerto Ricans and the Latin American people.
No, I didn't. I did talk about it when we talked about what do you mean? I wanted to talk about them. What about them?
You said to me, it is their month, just like we have Black History
Month.
Month.
We don't have time for that. We're going to have to probably extend that because you all were late. That put everything back. So we're going to have to extend that into the next month and discuss it. So when you're on time, then the things can flow and we won't go over and we can catch everything the way it's supposed to. Starting with, so I can't discuss that. So, Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
First of all, I want to say with that thing with Chuck Schumer and the other cat, that's just blatantly again, that's the elites. It's Trump this time, and he says he's having fun and he's trying to make people mad. That's it. That's incredibly unbelievable. That can't. No, first of all, it's not even funny. Second of all, in this day and time, and everything we all do, and we're all coming together now. Nobody would do something like this. That was horrible. I absolutely put it down. But I wanted to talk about Charlie Kirk and everything that's going on about that. All of it is.
No, that's what you were saying last week. We had no idea you was talking about that.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I just it's one of the biggest things that's happened since JFK or MLK or something. I mean, it was a huge thing, and for us not to even discuss it at all, I thought was kind of crazy. But nothing about it makes any sense. Not any of it. I think it would be like if we had a really good conversation about it. Maybe not tonight because it's getting late. But I've got like 4 or 5 different ways I can look at it and say it happened this way because nothing makes sense. None of it does. The memorial service was different than anything I've ever seen. It's 300,000 total people there. It's bizarre. I don't know, but I know there's too many patterns with too many things going on that doesn't make sense. So I just thought, I was like, oh, it would have been really good if we could just work it in, because it is such a huge political story that's going on. It's an assassination. We don't know how it happened. I can tell you that boy did not shoot him, but it was funny how she can forgive him and indict him at the same time. If she forgave him for killing Charlie, then she's already indicted him. He's already in prison. He hadn't been to court yet. How can she forgive him? How can does he even have a lawyer yet? So she can't say I forgive him because she don't know who did it. Nobody knows who did it. We know what the narrative is, but we don't know who did it. So all of this is very, very bizarre.
Thank you. Keith.
Well, yeah, I'm going to go with doubling down on what I said. And I'm connected with something that's going on all across the country, which is the violence, the rise in violence. This is what I believe the founders have given us, the Second Amendment and so forth, for a reason, because they recognized by the Declaration of Independence that affirms our right to self-defense, that it comes from God. And first of all, and that means that every individual, Todd, Aguna, Keith, Stephen, Stacy, every individual has the right and the duty to defend themselves and their family. You have the right to protect yourself and your family. And that's what I encourage people to do, is learn how to protect or prepare to protect yourself against the violence that's on the rise, especially against churches, against people of faith like Charlie Kirk and myself, or people who believe like us, conservatives. There is an attack against us. So what you got to do is be prepared. And I connect that with the military. The military has to stay ready. We need soldiers who are trained, soldiers who are staying in that disciplined mode. We haven't got time to be talking about sexual behaviors in the military. That's why I said, and I doubled down on what I said. It has been wimpified. It has been weakened, basically because of that ideology. But that ideology is gone now. Thank God. Thanks for President Trump. And he did fire some. He did fire some of those generals. Remember, Stephen? I don't know which one it was. Was that transgender general that got fired?
Thank you.
Something like that. It was Geraldine, General Geraldine.
Of course, you want to talk about a transgender because you and Stephen and Keith are fixated on gay people.
Thank you, Aguna. Can you talk, Aguna? In addition to according to the roundtable, please discuss the Philadelphia Eagles. I wanted to play that video, but I don't have enough time.
All right. I was gonna pivot to the Eagles anyway. The Eagles are the last undefeated team in the NFC, but they're one of two remaining. And they have, even though they're 4-0, and I'm happy they're 4-0, nowadays in the NFL, they want style points. So they want you to win a certain way, or otherwise they're going to say your offense is struggling. And they have, to a degree, not won the way that they typically do. But they've won, though. Their special teams has come in pretty good in the last couple of games. What's kind of the hiccup with the Eagles is, they're not passing the ball as much. A.J. Brown sent out a tweet after this last win. So we're facing a big game coming up against Denver, which with Bo Nix and company and Sean Payton as coach, it's going to be a pretty big test, given the fact that you're getting the best of everybody. The Eagles have a tough schedule. They're playing 11 games against teams that went to the playoffs last year. And so for them to come out 4-0 in the stretch that they just went through, I'm very happy for that. But they do need to play better on the offensive side. They need to be more consistent. The play calling has to improve. They have a new offensive coordinator this year, so they're trying to make some adjustments there. But to get through that 4-game stretch and to be 4-0 is great right now. So we got 4 more games. We already have a more than 2-game lead in the division, right? So we have some wiggle room. All I need to do is get to the playoffs, right? Get to the playoffs to healthy. And I think they can flick the switch like they did last year and maybe get back at this thing. But I am happy that they had two, great wins. Oh, actually 4 great wins, starting with the Cowboys game, but the last one with a block punt and they had a block punt against Tampa and stopped Tampa Bay from coming back. And then they also had a block field goal against the Rams. But
so can you talk real quickly about, we talked about Bad Bunny for next year Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell my age.
Wait, let me
I
ask
don't
you
know any Bad Bunny songs. I think I've heard them before, but I don't know. Let me ask you this.
I was saying to Todd, do true football fans care about who's doing a halftime show during the Super Bowl?
We don't. I don't care. A lot of people who don't like football care, but I don't care. Bad Bunny, Bugs Bunny, whoever performs, whatever is going to be what it is. But I know there's some controversy around them, but I'm worried about who's playing in the Super Bowl, not during the halftime show.
Why don't you care? Number one, why don't you care? You're just not interested.
Don't ask him open and we don't have.
I just don't. I mean,
there's too much real stuff going on in the world. Too much real stuff to worry about Bugs Bunny. Stick with your cartoons. We'll stay in the adult world, man.
What if the entertainer was some Nigerian?
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. You can watch it or not watch it. It ain't like I paid to watch it. I can change the channel.
A true football fan is worried about.
I would appreciate it. I'd appreciate that, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, if it was somebody really good from anywhere, it would be good. But Bugs, I'd rather have Bugs Bunny than this Bad Bunny.
So, Cousin Todd, it's now your turn.
Okay, I don't know why Stephen is so fixated and he's against Bad Bunny.
He's not a good singer.
Like Bad Bunny.
I don't care what Trump likes.
Nobody cares about Bad Bunny.
I think he really cares about Bad Bunny. I bet he's got a Bad Bunny poster in his room.
Keith,
Cousin Todd.
Keith, you know who Bad Bunny is?
No.
He just.
I know. I've seen a couple pictures and we showed it on here, but I don't keep up with it. I'm past Bad Bunny. What is that? A 12-year-old girl?
I would prefer Taylor Swift over him.
I don't want to see Taylor Swift either. She's overplayed.
Well, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but I'd rather see her than him. Let's put it that way.
Right.
All right. I do want to share this video real quick.
Well, before you do that, I want to ask them, would they rather see
No, I don't care.
Bruce Jenner perform at the Super Bowl?
No.
Yes, ma'am, you would. So stop pretending.
No. Hey, if Bruce Jenner did, I would like to see Bruce Jenner at the Super Bowl because he came back to his senses.
I know you would
love
that.
He's out of his delusional part of his brain. It's all back to normal. And he's wearing normal clothes again. He's not pretending to be something he can never be. He can stop pretending.
Yes. Aguna, I was telling them that Donald Trump liked Bad Bunny. He went to a Trump rally and he came in and Donald Trump was so excited.
But Trump doesn't care. Trump likes everybody, man.
I have a great.
That's an attribute. Trump likes everybody.
You're wasting my time.
I have somebody in the audience that you guys really love, and she's pretty and she sings really well. She's a big star, and her name is Bad Bunny.
Okay. I got to move on. He's wasting my time.
Yeah, man. You're too much into pop culture. It's a real world,
man. He didn't even know who Bad Bunny was.
Don't even care.
And nobody cares.
I'm a better person for not knowing who Bad Bunny is, I assume.
I love it.
I know you love Bad Bunny.
Because, let me tell you why. Because Bad Bunny.
Because you like people who can't sing.
What he did in Puerto Rico. So then Bad Bunny all of a sudden, I'm never going to forget what he did in Puerto Rico. Girl, bye.
What did he do in Puerto Rico?
Nothing.
Something bad, I'm sure. And he did it like a bunny rabbit would. How do you get the name Bad Bunny? Oh, that's my gang name. That's my biker name. I'm Bad Bunny. What kind of name is that, man? It's ridiculous.
Trump held up the funding for Puerto Rico because of mismanagement.
So yeah, something was screwed up. That makes sense.
All right, I'm having technical difficulties. Let me share this again.
Stacey trying to share something.
I was a whole show there for a second.
This is of Cousin Todd.
Your Obama phone isn't working, Stacey.
It's not a phone. It's not a phone. It's a computer.
I thought you were going to say, I don't have an Obama phone.
I don't have an
No, she didn't deny that.
I don't have
The
an
truth
Obama
comes
phone.
out.
Yes, it does, Stephen. He can't
Well,
wait
it was
to
a video of Cousin Todd cooking. Let me see. If I can play
Here
it.
it comes. Oh, it's just
You're
it's
not
just
doing it with
loading
your
up.
feet, are you? Not doing it with your feet, are you, Todd?
He's smashing grapes. He loves smashing grapes.
How would I? No, I'm not doing it with my feet.
He's making wine.
What about it?
I don't know why it's not playing. So Cousin
Oh.
Todd, that's
It's
a
sabotage. It's just sabotage. I'm used to it.
Yeah,
I'm
the
used to it.
UN did it to you. The UN has shut you down. They're
I
tired of you.
was, I think this was the thing where I was making this stuff I called
Alcohol drink.
no
no. What did I call it? I think I called it
jambalaya.
Jambalaya, sort of.
Oh,
What you know about jambalaya, Todd?
nothing. Not in
I
Philly.
said
You better stick to the
jambalaya.
Philly steaks.
You didn't
I
get it from
said
Popeyes.
I said jambalaya, sort of. And so it was
The jambalaya Camden, New Jersey edition.
It has noodles in it. He puts oodles of noodles in it.
Oh, does Aguna know about that? Aguna knows about jambalaya? Wow. That's awesome.
They're very diverse.
Yeah.
Your
I have
eclectic taste in foods.
It was it's chicken and
curry,
potatoes, carrots, peas, corn.
Okra. You got okra.
There we are. There we go.
What
You got
type
okra.
of cat is that? It looks like Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf.
Yeah, he's standing.
How do you like that belt?
That's nice. Look like Elvis Presley.
No, Aguna had it right.
Man,
Papa
he
Smurf.
ain't even measuring that stuff. It's all about shaking
wrist.
wrist.
Man, watch your blood pressure, Todd.
I'm not watching anything. I'm healthy. You see all these ingredients? That's potatoes, carrots.
Todd, you forgot the yellow.
What is
That's
that?
chicken.
Okay.
Todd, you forgot
And
the
there's
yellow
pineapples
curry.
in there. Oh, the yellow curry, yeah. And that's rice, and that's
Okay,
that's
Todd. All right.
Todd's a good chef there.
Look at the setup. Look at the staging of it.
I know.
Yeah, you put that lemon right there. Look at how
very good.
So let
I'm
me play
glad.
so you can see him. He's cleaning his chicken. Go ahead, Cousin Todd. Explain what you're
Oh
doing.
man.
Cleaning my chicken. How do you like my my house? Isn't it hip?
Oh, that's Todd's house. That's all right, Todd.
I know.
Todd is a wealthy man, Stephen.
It's Airbnb. This is inside scoop. It's Airbnb.
It's on a loop. It's on a loop. There's going
Yeah.
back.
No, he just made a bunch of stuff in one week and acts like he's lives there.
That's corn. That's peas.
Everything
That's
looks new. Todd,
Alice,
everything
that's
looks
potatoes.
Yeah.
Thank you. But everything in here is not new. That's chicken I'm putting in there, and that's it. And you mix all that up.
How long does that take, Todd?
1 hour.
Okay.
And that's the
Wow.
rice, and you put that together with that. And that drink was that lemonade. It's lemonade, ginger ale, and a lemon juice.
And the belt you were wearing, was that for the heavyweight title of what?
The heavyweight title of Gucci.
Mm.
All right. We
That's
are
great.
way over time, out of time, but Aguna, two things. One, we've been waiting for
Number two, you should be fired. How dare you?
We're waiting for your cookout, Aguna, your video of you cooking out or smoking or cooking someone on the grill. Where is it?
He's not going to
Yeah.
do it. You can't count
I'm
on
gonna
him
do it.
for
I'm gonna do
anything.
it. I just gotta
You can't
find
count
it.
on him
It's
to
been
even
raining.
show
It's been
up.
raining the
Why
last
are
couple
you
weeks.
talking over him, Todd?
Because I'm sick of him not showing up, not cooking anything. He's just getting a free ride.
Welcome to America. Hey, but here's the thing. Yes, I will do it. Ribs, chicken, I'll take care of it. I may even do crab legs. Maybe I'll do crab legs, if I do it indoors. But I can do crab legs on my grill too. So it's all
Whatever. If you want to do it indoors, if you want to do it outdoors, we don't care. We just want you to cook
Wait.
and
Okay, a fried turkey. I can do that. We'll
whatever
get
you
into
want to
it.
do.
Oh, yeah,
If you want to
right.
do it for Thanksgiving, that's up
Excuse
to
you,
you.
Todd.
You really do? I
Yes.
tasted a fried turkey and it was delicious.
That's
It was
great. You inject it. You inject it, and you
Oh,
drink
okay. Good for
Come on
you.
now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, but I'll do some ribs. I'll do some ribs.
All right. That's it to our first responders in our community. You make our lives livable. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the women and men of the U.S. military for all that you do. We are forever grateful. On behalf of
And sacrifice.
all you do is sacrifice, we're forever grateful. On behalf of Aguna, the voice of reason,
And we are forever indebted.
and we're
That's
indebted.
okay.
Constitutional conservative,
The
Stephen,
crackpot.
the independent thinker,
The quack.
and my cousin Todd, who's always and most of the time late. I'm Stacey.
Never.
Let's keep this conversation going on X, Facebook, Stephanie Stallworth, the Flow Television Network, Twitch, Instagram. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Sporlitiks, where sports and politics mix and mingle since 2011. We've been doing this since 2011. We have. Somebody else hasn't, but we have.
Right.
And our TikTok channel at sporlitiks.com on TikTok. Follow us and like our videos. We'll talk to you. See you next week. Good night.
How do you like my jean jacket?
You all denim out? Are you going to a denim and jeans event?
No,
Well,
it's
you need a cowboy hat.
Laguna, everybody's mad at you. Keith said
Yeah.
he don't want to come on here anymore, and he was
No.
here to say it.
He's so tacky.
He wants somebody to fight against. Y'all want you don't want you need someone to fight against. You're like on Truth Social. You can't troll each other. You gotta troll the libs. Son.
No, Todd's been fighting them like nobody's business.
Yeah, I don't let him get away with nothing.
He was
Because
like
I
the
think-
first boxer in the Tyson video game. That's what he's been like, man. It's not fair. It's not fair.
But none of you guys are a match for Steven, man. I gotta admit, I just
Are
love
you
it.
kidding me?
I have a good time here.
I know you do.
We don't. You know,
makes
it's
fun
funny
of you,
because
Steven.
you
All
say
he does
these
is laugh
things
at
like
you.
we value your opinion, Keith. We haven't valued your opinion since this show's been set.
That's not
You
true.
know, you always defer.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Keith.
You're trying to
Yeah,
defer.
man.
You're trying to use Stephen as your useful idiot.
So
That's
No,
right.
Steven got it
That's
down.
not fair.
Todd said about
Steven has
you
a
that
brain.
you were Aguna.
Steven
Todd
holds
said
the
that
line.
you were. He saw the picture. You were out with your boyfriend Terrence last week.
Oh yeah, we're at the CBC. We're at the CBC. So
At the CBC, what is
that's the Congressional Black Caucus.
Oh, I thought you said you all were doing some CBG.
What has the Black Caucus done for blacks? What are you
Oh,
talking
listen
about?
to this.
It's the name. It's just the name. It's just
Yeah,
the
that's
name,
what I
Keith.
thought. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
Done nothing. Done nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Keith,
They are
let's
useless.
pretend like we're in a reality, right? And if
Yep.
I actually told you some things, you'd actually listen and comprehend what I'm saying.
No,
Because for you
never.
to even say that already tells me you're projecting that there's nothing I could tell you to convince you otherwise.
No.
And you're ignorant with the impact that they've already done to the community. Because it's not just about, because you have conservative CBC members as well as, so there are CBC members that are Republican too. So it's bipartisan. If you were in touch, you would understand that.
No, he's not.
Then why are blacks?
You just
why are the black?
count an organization just because you perceived it just to be about a black caucus, then you yourself, my friend, are dwelling
So,
in ignorance.
Aguna, people were hurt that you've been gone so long, and you're
I
not
know.
like Todd. Normally when Todd says jokes about sports, you have something to say, but you let Todd go away with those horrible jokes about sports.
What do you mean?
I try to make it. I just been having a lot of conflicts on Tuesdays.
Right.
It's been a Tuesday thing.
And the conflict was Terrence said, "You better not be on that show no more. It's going to be me and you."
See, Todd doesn't understand you, Aguna. His only conflict is what outfit he's going to wear the next hour. That's his conflict in life. That's all it is. What he's going to eat and what he's going to put on an hour from now.
Hey, Guna, what day is better? Is Wednesday better for you?
Oh, listen to Keith, Stacey. He's the one that made us change in the first place.
Who, me? I did?
No, Keith.
No, that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm asking, because I could change over back to Wednesday if you got.
That
if you
no, we're
want
not
to.
doing that. That doesn't work anymore. And I think it conflicts for Aguna right now because it's the season for the thing he has to do. So once that season's over, the season's
almost over. I mean, it won't be. I'm like the next couple weeks shouldn't be a problem, but
it's the season.
All right,
tis the season.
Tis the season.
I'm flexible.
you guys miss me. I've been on. I haven't been like vacant. I haven't been going like I've been off and on.
No, you've been off, and I want you to stay off.
We were worried about your health and well-being.
I'm sure you do, Todd. I'm sure you do, Todd. I mean, you just.
I want Nas.
Somebody got
I play Aguna. I say, I'm not scared of you, Todd. I'm not scared of you, Todd.
I want Nas
You're not
back.
scared of me, Todd.
I like Keith Stephen. I like when Steven the Mountain Man gets into it with, man, this is awesome. that makes the show interesting. Really,
there is a shutdown, and guess what? The government's shut down.
So
and guess what? And Donald Trump doesn't care.
Yeah,
See,
they're prepared. No, they're prepared this time. They know Trump already knows this is happening. He's prepared. Watch, you'll see. Mark my word, it's not going to affect the American people. And the only thing it'll show really is that we don't need big government in order to be prosperous.
We don't need big government, but it's mostly a show, and they could have done something about it. Democrats could have came around. They didn't. They don't want to do nothing. They want to try. This is the way they can try to hurt Donald Trump, and it's not going to work. It's going to backfire on them. But it does hurt people because I have friends that are hiking in different parts of the country, and they can't go to state parks. There's things like that are going on that does hurt people. I mean, it's not life and death. It ain't the end of the world. It ain't nobody's going to starve to death. So that's what I mean. It's more like they just putting on another show, showing us how busy they are and how much work they do and all that garbage.
If you understand history, who started this brinksmanship?
Who started the what ship?
Brinksmanship, taking it to the brink of a shutdown.
Oh,
and
I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying now, and I'm just saying now that we should be more getting together more and just trying to get things going. Let's go. Let's try to do what's better for the American people. And if the Democrats start doing that, then they can be respected more. Maybe their numbers will come up. The Democrats, if they're smart, they're going to start coming over and try to help out.
What does getting together look like to you, Stephen?
Like passing this. They had already agreed on it. Months ago, they had already agreed on it. But now this is a stunt to try to make Donald Trump look bad. We gotta stop picking sides, and we want them to. Well, our side is going to come out ahead. We gotta stop picking sides and look what's better for the American people. Let's demand them all do what's better for all of us here.
Getting together means negotiating and having a conversation.
Right.
So there was 2 weeks ago. Trump was supposed to have a meeting with the Democrats to discuss this, right? And the Republican leadership called him and told him not to meet with them.
Well, the Democrats are bringing in all kinds of things that they want to keep going, like the green crap. They want to do NPR and Sesame Street. They want that money to come back. They just keep throwing in crap that's already been settled because they don't want to come to the table. And honestly.
You're saying come together. If you want people to come together, that means you want to come together and negotiate. The Republicans have done the same thing. It's not something new.
But this has already been agreed on. Everything has already been agreed on, but Democrats added on to it to make it not something they couldn't agree to. They had already agreed to what they had. The Democrats had already agreed, but now they're going back on it and add more crap. That's what they're doing on purpose to make Trump look bad. Because they have nothing that makes Trump look bad. This is a desperate attempt to make Donald Trump look bad.
He's not going to answer you, Aguna. He doesn't know. He's just talking.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Aguna. What'd you ask me?
What crap are they talking about? What are the Democrats
trying
to do?
You called it crap.
The Democrats, the Democrats are adding crap They're adding stuff. They're adding green. They're adding green stuff. They're wanting more money. Yes, they want their money back for Sesame Street and NPR that they already lost. What, Keith?
Healthcare.
Yeah,
Healthcare to
healthcare for the illegals. It's all kind of crap in there that they put on late.
So wait a minute. It is a federal.
They know the Republicans are not.
Federally, they cannot give American taxpayer money to take care of anyone illegal. That's against the
If you
law.
believe that, Stacey, then you are definitely
Stacey, they are taking care of them. You're not right,
Yes.
Stacey. It is against the law, but everybody's doing it. Look at California, right, Keith?
This is the crazy stuff we're talking about.
It is not crazy. You're just ignorant. You don't know what the truth is.
I'm leaving them.
Yes, they gave them. They also gave them hotel rooms, free money, free health care, free education. They give these people. They gave them everything.
You can't even have a debate.
Because
what you're saying is not nonsensical. Well, all I'm saying is the truth.
They never.
They added to it. They added to it on purpose. They added to it on purpose so that Republicans could not pass it. They had already agreed before. So it's cut and dry. It's
and they want to rein in the executive branch.
The gavel's down.
They want to extend the subsidies for health,
Medicare,
Medicaid, and they want to rein in the power of the executive branch to control Congress's spending. So
they had already agreed to everything before. They had agreed to this. They should have passed it.
Subsidies for illegals.
They did not pass it in the big beautiful bill.
But I didn't say the big beautiful bill. I didn't.
That was the thing that took away
this was something.
Subsidies. So they're trying to use this to leverage to negotiate that.
This has nothing to do with the big beautiful bill.
Here's the thing: if you're a Republican and you can get 80% of what you want, but you got to give 20% of what the Democrats want, is that worth shutting down the government?
Why do you have to give anything back that they add new? That is absolutely ridiculous. No, they say give us $10 trillion or we're not going to pass it. They're like, we don't want to give you $10 trillion. You're being ridiculous. Everybody had already compromised. Everybody had already made the deal. Everybody compromised.
Do you believe in the United States of America?
No, it's fiction. It's made up. It's a matrix.
And then there's no need to discuss anymore. But the Democrats have a vote. If you want them to go along with something, you have to negotiate. That's
it was already negotiated.
America was founded on. For some reason, there's this idea that that side has to lose, I gotta win, and everybody loses, and that's what's happening.
They all an agreement. She keeps cutting me off.
Nobody was in agreement, though. I mean, I don't know where you're getting that from. But
anyway, they agreed to it. Both sides agreed to it before.
Why is the government shut
down? But then they added to it because they want to hurt. It's not going to work. It's not. Everybody knows it. It's not going to work.
Healthcare for Americans hurts Donald Trump.
It's not going to work. It's for illegals. They want healthcare for illegals.
They said they didn't want that.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, and they've been having health care for illegals.
Let me ask you something.
You are naive because you believe them, Guna.
He's either naive or he's not telling the truth.
Let's say they do want health care for illegals, right? Let's say they do want health care for illegals. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with that to you?
Because that's their tax dollars, and we don't have to pay for them to have their health care. That's for Americans. That we don't pay their health care. No way, brother. You can't go to Mexico and get them to pay for your health care.
We're having a conversation. Let's have a conversation, Stephen. You're talking over me. Let's have a conversation.
All right, cool. Let's go.
So your concern is your tax dollars going towards illegal immigrants.
Uh-huh.
That's your concern.
Yes.
Okay. But you're okay with your tax dollars paying for foreign products to come in with tariffs, because that's what tariffs are, is another tax. So
you're talking apples and oranges, man.
I don't want illegal immigrants to take advantage of my tax dollars, but it's okay for us to fly the generals in. It's okay for us to deploy National Guard.
No, I told you I didn't agree with that either, but I do like to employ in National Guard because we need the violence to stop. There's some things I agree with, some things I don't agree with. And giving illegals free health care. Let me say something. giving them free health care, free place to stay, free education, free food, free everything. What did they give you, Aguna? What did they give your parents when they were hungry? They didn't give my parents when they were living in a shack, nothing.
Time out.
No, ain't no time out. Your argument is specious at best.
If an illegal immigrant gets hurt in the United States and goes to the hospital, right?
They have to take care of
him. We're not going to treat you because you're an illegal immigrant? Or
they have to treat him.
You're paying for that.
They have to treat him. It's not the same thing. It's not like giving us illegal sexual assignment surgery or whatever.
They can go to the emergency room.
The emergency room is for everybody. That's a MASH unit. Even in MASH, did you ever watch MASH? The other soldiers came to that MASH unit. They got worked on too.
But you're paying for that.
I understand that. Well, your side brought in 20 million illegals. I want them out of here, but you don't want ICE or anybody to go around and take care of them, get their asses out of here. You're on the wrong side of every situation, brother.
Your point was you don't want health care to go towards illegals.
No.
You said you don't want to pay for that. I'm saying you're paying for that anyway because they'll just go to the emergency room.
I understand that. So let's get them all out of here. Let's get them all out of here so they can't do that to us no more. I work too hard for my money. I've worked every day of my life.
We're doing that. So let me ask you this. If you got 100%, you got $100. You got $100. $80 goes towards Americans getting their health care paid for. Maybe $20 goes towards illegal. You're saying I don't want any of that stuff.
Not a penny. Not a penny. Not a penny. Okay, so I want that $20 to go towards them getting kicked out of this country. I want that $20 being put them out of here. They don't belong here. They came here illegally. They came here unchecked. They knew it was illegal. Get them out of here. They're criminals. I don't care how you do it. I don't care how you do it. Get them out of here. And the people that fight ICE, the people that are paid to fight ICE, all need to be arrested and put in jail for 5 years. You fight ICE, you go to jail for 5 years. They're doing worse to ICE than anybody in January 6th did. Anybody that caused any problems there was the FBI and the Antifa, which is the same group.
This is why the government shut down. You can't have a cohesive conversation.
Good night. Peace and love. All we're looking for is the truth.